Okay, we're going live.
What's up, Insane Rhetoric? What's up, Insane Rhetoric? What's up? You know what it is? The world is upside down, and I'm tired of trying to make it parallel, but we still trying to make it right side up. What's up with it, sister? What's going on? What's happening today?
I just want everybody to know. Well, first of all, good morning, y'all. I just want everybody to know that I did not. I know y'all thought that I would have come on here and started talking about the CNN town hall with Donald Trump. I did not watch it at all. I heard that he thinks that he won.
Yeah.
Because he did what he always does and derail everything and don't answer everything. But I did not watch it. Because y'all know here on Insane Rhetoric that I try not to give him too much. I try not to even speak his name. Because we give too much credit where credit is not due.
Yeah.
And you have been indicted and sentenced for rape, for sexual harassment and rape. And you running for president. I'm just gonna tell you this. I know what you're getting ready to say. I like to not know the president, the people running the people who are running for office. I like it better when I don't know they raping people.
Well,
okay. I just prefer it.
Is that fair? I think we should know everything about the president. They want to know everything about us. Is that fair? I'm just saying.
I just prefer. I know why people, because there was a article I read that said that people believe Trump should be indicted for that rape, right? Like the majority of people are not indicted, but charged, like he's guilty. The majority of people agree. They took the poll, and the majority of people believe that this man was a rapist. Okay, that he did what he did to that woman. Okay. They polled the same people, and the people said we would still vote for him for president. We liked him as president.
I mean, that's the way the world swings. That's the way the world swings. I mean, you think about cats like that, he wasn't in politics, but he was in his own family politics, like John Gotti. Come on, man. They made this dude an icon for all the stuff he did to people. So, I mean, like, that's the way the world swings. I don't know. I like tell me what the potential president. I think that should be a prereq. We need to know everything you make sure that you have some murderers and some bodies on your election so we know when it's time to go get the terrorists that you're capable of doing. I think
See,
that's why Hillary.
now you sound like the Republican dude. Hold on. I'll tell you about him in just a second. So listen here. Okay. We don't have to have some murders in our, notched in our belt in order for us to go get the terrorists. We have a president who, by the way, listen, I've been talking about the Guinness Book of World Records with my kids at school. Long story, not gonna tell you the date. But in the 2023 Guinness Book of World Records is Michelle and Barack Obama. They are in there for having made the most money in their advance, like they in the advance for their books was $65 million,
Ooh,
which is the most ever given for an advance on a book.
wow. Yeah. Yeah,
So
that's
you could be, I'm just saying, you could be gangster. Did I say it right? Gangster.
yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
you got
Because
it.
you know, I ain't good at
You good.
you could be gangster because that president, he was my president. He wasn't, listen, he was my president. He made a lot of mistakes. We don't have to argue about that. But listen, he was my president because that president went and got the terrorists that the other president, the former president before him, kept saying he was gonna go get and didn't get.
But that's because he went and got somebody else.
Okay, he went and got a terrorist,
Yeah.
but he didn't go get the terrorist
Well,
that actually did something to us.
well. Okay, hold on now. Hold on now.
I mean, directly to our land. Like the other one did stuff to us. Come on now, we're not gonna split hairs. I'm saying my president.
I heard what you're saying, and I agree with that. I'm just saying that the other president had a different agenda because his money was on the line.
We ain't talking about that. We said how we want certain people in the White House, and you said that you want your president to have a background in gangster.
Yeah, and I do, and most of them do. Most of all what is it? How many presidents they up to? 45, 46 presidents have a background in gangsterism. Gangsterism. Most of them.
My president know how to get a whole bunch of money.
That's gangster.
That's gangster.
That's what I'm saying. They like I'm just simply saying that like if you have some form of gangsterism in you, you know how to do a multiplicity of things. So you know whatever it is that you grab people by the collar on, that's your gangster. But now, like I'm saying though, even that out of Chicago where this man came up in, come on, you got to think about it. You made it through all that.
He didn't come up over there. He came up in Hawaii.
Just saying, senator when he was over in Chicago and he was in
Oh.
you came up through all that. You knew all of that. You seen all of that, and you don't think you gonna have some residue on you on how to pull some strings? Yeah, okay.
So I can't
Okay.
remember, y'all. I'm doing poorly today because I can't remember who this representative is.
Do you need some CBD? I heard that helps the mind.
Does
I
it?
don't know. That's what I heard. They say like it causes you to think better. Of course, it helps chronic pain and all this type of stuff. So
Does it really?
I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. So anyway, so my favorite, one of my favorite people, Roland Martin. Hey, Roland Martin.
What up, Ro?
We love we love when you go off for people.
Especially that last episode you had that Karen getting whooped. That was hilarious.
Well, that wasn't the last one. You should have seen where he just went off on this black dude that said he was conservative, and he was saying,
Are you talking about wasn't that Phil, the big guy? Yeah, I remember that too. Or this is a new.
Yeah, what he said. Well, yeah, what he said, Phil. Y'all gotta go watch Roland Martin on Filter. He was like, Phil.
He said, you don't even stay in the place where you say you be. Phil was lost.
Phil, have you ever been to Allen, Texas?
Man.
Phil, just answer the question.
That's what I don't like. You so strategic in trying to answer questions that you don't answer the questions because you don't want to feel a certain way or get labeled a certain thing. But if they didn't caught you in something, 9 times out of 10, just go ahead, cut your loss and say, yeah, I did that. That's true, and move. You finna stay under scrutiny because you're trying to hold to a particular view.
So, y'all, Phil didn't want to answer the question about gun violence and guns because Phil was, we've said it on the show too, but Phil was talking about guns don't kill people, people kill people, right? And they had a massacre in Allen, Texas recently, and then Uvalde was a few months ago. And so our governor just sitting on it like nothing, just nothing. It's okay. And so he was
the same. He part of the same administration that's sending the people who coming into the country up to New York. Y'all
right,
deal with him. So I
right,
mean, we
right.
expecting him to do something now.
So Roland Martin was giving all of that some action, and the guy was trying to say, that it's the liberals. The problem is the liberals. And Roland Martin, y'all gotta go watch it. Roland Martin gave him the business.
Yeah, it was funny.
But listen, there's another dude, white dude. He came on, y'all. I'm telling y'all, go watch Roland Martin Unfiltered. It is hilarious and informative at the same time. Listen, there's another white dude, I think in Alabama or Mississippi, one of those southern states. He said that the problem, he said our military is weak, but the reason why it's weak is because of critical race theory and we don't have enough white supremacists in the military. The military needs white supremacists in the military. We need people that'll just go for it.
You know what? I'm gonna agree with that. I'm gonna agree with that too, from the point of, let's go back years. Simple. I don't believe in a draft.
Well,
If
if
you
that's
got
the
people,
case,
if you got people who want to go ahead and volunteer because
we need stone
what is
cold
the
killers.
how
That's what he said. We need stone cold killers.
if that's the case, then like I say, then white people wouldn't be the majority because like we say, the politicians don't send their sons and daughters to the military.
He said, now this is a person who was at the Capitol the day they stormed the Capitol.
Was he one of the
So
guys arrested?
So he was one of the representatives that was running from the people who were trying to kill them.
Oh, he was running. Oh, well, he ain't no stone cold killer.
But he said that he is now saying that there were thousands of people who didn't storm, and these were patriots and Americans. And it was just a handful of people who did.
I ain't see a handful of people storming the Capitol. I seen a
y'all
whole.
Go watch it. Y'all go watch it. Go Google it. I don't feel like even uttering his name either. Y'all just go watch it. Go Google it. It's hilarious and it's horrifying at the same time, y'all. But to your point, why don't we just do like they used to do?
Oh Lord.
Why don't we release the killers to the military? Remember, they used to put you in the military. They used to put you, if you was a criminal, they put you in the military. Put them in the military. All of them, black, white, Hispanic, Latino, whatever I don't know what we're being called now. Okay, everybody, just let's put them out. put them all in the military if that's the case.
That ain't gonna work
Why?
because a lot of people who are of different ethnicities of color don't agree with the military anyway. And they don't
So
want but no, you gotta offer them something. If you ain't finna just say you finna drop me in the military, drop me in the middle of the war. No, if you gonna do something like that, then you gotta tell them, okay, if y'all make it back, y'all free. Y'all don't have no more jail sentences. We exonerate everything. Man, they ain't finna just volunteer to go into no military,
I'm
regardless.
just telling you, you're not volunteering. That's your jail sentence.
Nah, can't do that. Can't do that. Can't do that no more because
You hear the operative word you said?
yeah, I mean, I'm
Can't do
saying
that no
no more.
more.
Yeah, like
I
I say,
said, let's turn since we're turning back the tides on a lot of these
dang,
rules.
nope,
Let's turn back that one and
nope,
all of them.
nope,
All of them. Let's just send them all off
nope,
to war
no.
with the Taliban and whoever else.
Man, no cats. Listen, see, you gotta
Even the ones that's
you
the
got
cyber criminals.
you gotta understand something. That won't work right now because 9 times out of 10, the people that are incarcerated are so bright, they would click up with the terrorists and start making money. That won't work. That, these cats over here getting millions and billions of dollars for terrorist acts, and you finna say, let's send them over there to kill them? Man, them people been and clicked up with them, and you would have a cartel that was so large that stretched from here to Timbuktu.
Well,
That
let's
was
send the senators and representatives that are saying this. Let's send them because this man
not.
ain't never been to war.
I agree with that. All the
Y'all
stuff.
see how my head hurts so bad. Look,
Listen,
y'all.
I agree with that. I think everybody who's trying to act and create acts of war in the house and in government, I think you should go over there and fight that war that you trying to fight against from your desk. Now I agree with that because y'all always want to act and send some innocent people to die for your cause. Man, no. Nope.
What we think about? Okay, what we think about Betsy DeVos?
I don't know. What you think about it?
You know the lady.
I know who you're talking about. But what you think?
I didn't like her from the beginning.
Huh?
She the head of the, they put her in charge of education.
Is she educated?
Yeah. She say it's critical race theory is a problem. All the children need to be learning is the Gettysburg Address.
I am horrified.
I'm sorry.
I am horrified of this type of shenanigans. Like the Gettysburg Address.
Wait.
Lady, really, please.
Okay, so it was
$5
like 3 things.
$5. She don't know the Gettysburg Address.
It,
like, quote me the Gettysburg Address. Like, are you stupid?
So okay, yeah, we talking about Betsy DeVos. She used to be the Secretary of Education for Trump.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Which really shows the stupidity already.
So
I don't know why I show up on this show with these type of antics.
So she really got that she really doesn't have a strong background in education. She got that job because she donated a lot to Trump's campaign.
You don't
So
say.
she bought her place. But
You
listen,
don't, you don't say.
she ooh, so she said, I'm trying to find it, y'all. She said we need to get rid of the Department of Education, which
So you come
which
into the office appointed for the Department of Education and turn around and say we need to get rid of the Department of Education. Oh my Lord. Where do they find these
which
people?
I do believe it needs to be torn down and rebuilt.
That's not getting rid of.
Okay.
That's I could go with Texas when they said, "Hey, we're gonna tear down the history. What is it? What is it? Well, they can't talk about the subject.
Social
No, it's
studies.
social
Social
studies.
studies.
We're going to tear down social studies, and we're going to rebuild how it's supposed to be put together." They didn't say they just wanted it eliminated altogether. They were like, we ain't teaching that. You know what I'm saying? No, I can go with tear down the educational system because it's biased, it's racist, and on top of all that, it segregates people. So yeah, I can go with tear it down and rebuild it, but not get rid of it.
Yeah. She said that it shouldn't exist. She was talking to a Moms for Liberty event in Florida. She said that the educational decision should be left up to states and local boards. So if we go back to before Brown versus the Board of Education, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. We need to organize. So Moms for Liberty, they say their goal is to, quote, organize, educate, and empower parents to defend their parental rights at all levels of education. So that's a good thing and a bad thing, because let me tell you why it's a bad thing, because these people probably just trying to change the rules. But the good thing, what they're saying is right. Like a lot of parents don't realize what their rights are. I was fortunate, growing up in a household, in a family that was full of people who worked in the education system. They were either teachers or nurses that worked in schools. Like, I was fortunate that I had people who worked in schools, and many of my family members were teachers. So when I was raising my kids, if it was something that didn't sound right to me, that's the first thing. You got to listen to what the teacher is saying. You got to listen to what the child is saying. You got to listen with your eyes. I know y'all like, how you going to listen with your eyes? Okay. You see with your eyes, but you also listen with your eyes. Like, you listen to everything that's coming in around you while you looking at your child's homework. Like, you got to actually look at your child's homework and listen. So I would see all of that stuff, and then I would hear what the teacher had to say. And then I would go to this, especially this one particular family member. I would go to her. She taught, as a matter of fact, I think she's probably still not retired quite yet. Okay. But I would go to her because she taught gifted and talented children. And I would go to her and I'd be like, hey, the teacher said this, this, and this. And she was like, that's crap. Or she'd be like, yeah, they said this because. Tell me more. And I'll be like telling her, she's like, okay, so this is how you fix this, this, and this. If it was crap, she would be like, you know what your rights are on that. Your rights are that you can, and she would arm me with whatever I needed. And then she would like, go fight that.
Mm-hmm.
And so then that's when I got termed a mama lion, because I knew those particular little rights like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I would go in roaring about that. But many parents don't know their rights like that. Okay, so
And
I
I
was
think
I was very fortunate.
I think the reason they don't is because they don't want to be a part of that and know that type of information. It's not like that the information is not out there for you to learn and to know. And most people go through stuff and they have to have a bad encounter with something before they start fighting anything. But you should be fighting all the time, you know. Um, and with your mind and with your pen. My grandmother told me years ago that you can always be the person with a pen if a person don't know how to use it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't always got to put your hands on a person for them to get an understanding. You can wrap them up with words that'll last for a lifetime. You know what I'm saying? You know, so I mean, it is
Yeah.
what it is.
So 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 I do think that some changes need to be made from the federal on down. I do not think that the states should have autonomy on what happens with the education in their states, because we've seen already in the past, and there is a mission that there's a coalition going on where we're trying to get back to that, right?
I mean, yeah, like I mean, the police system is doing it right now in certain states where the police have jurisdiction in the state and it's not regulated by, you know, the federal government and different things of different you know, governments other than the federal government. They trying to get the police department back to the state. That's a problem. That would be a huge problem.
Yeah. So anyway, she said that the children should be like the Gettysburg Address. It was like one of the things she said, like they should learn the Constitution. That's what she said, the Constitution and the Gettysburg Address. That's what it was, the Constitution and the Gettysburg Address.
And neither of those even matter anymore.
So here's
And
the thing, y'all, listen. This same representative and the senator talking about the Army, Betsy DeVos with the education, it's all stemming from the same thing. If we dumb down all of our children, okay, if we just dumb down all of them, make them all dummies, but have our white students where they are entitled to have whatever they want, regardless of what they know, or regardless of them having the aptitude or the skills. Because that's what has happened in our past in this country, is white people, okay, get mad at me if you want to. Like, subscribe, follow, put your comments down there. I don't care. White people, and you know it's true, you have been able to get away with on every level. As a woman, I have worked in a system where a white or Hispanic woman could go to the office with all of this here up and out. But if I happen to have just a little, then I'm being told I'm dressed inappropriately. And I'm looking over here at Betsy, and she got all her titties hanging out. And yeah, I said it. And she going out. Listen, it was a Hispanic girl. I know. She was homeless. Lovely girl. 2 kids. Lovely girl. I knew it. She came from a abusive relationship. She finally got divorced from that man. And she was sitting at the bus stop one day with her 2 kids, beautiful girl. This man that worked for a very big oil company, international oil company, Latino-based oil company. He pulled up on the side of the road, gave her a ride to where she needed to go. The girl was his executive secretary. Okay, I told her what to put on to go to work because she used to get so beat so much, like she didn't know how to do anything. Okay, so I kind of helped a little bit. I was like, girl, do this right here. Okay. The man bought her a house, a car, taught her how to drive, bought her a car. She finally got rid of that man, but she got to keep the house because the house was in her name. The car was in her name. She went to the military, made a great life for herself. Beautiful girl. Let's say her name is Maria. Okay. Hey, Maria, girl, if you happen to be watching, girl, proud of you. Okay. Listen. So I'm telling you that white and Latinos have had their own struggles. Latinos, I don't want to hear that bullshit. You know that when it came to putting you beside me, you was going to get treated better than me. You had your struggles. We were struggling together. Okay, Cesar Chavez. I got it. But white people, your children don't have to know Dada. I'm not going to tell y'all what school I work at. It's these 2 little white boys in this class. They dumb as rocks. I said it. Their mama get mad at the teacher and say the teacher got a thing against their child. One little boy sit there and he draws all day, the whole day. That's all he do. Is he draw. Y'all, that's all he do is he draw.
Maybe they pushing him to be an architect.
No. You can't even understand his handwriting. Maybe they pushing him to be a doctor. That's what you getting ready to say?
No.
Okay.
No. Lawyers have worse handwriting.
Okay. The other little boy, he sit there drinking water and he do this all day. And you say, Kelly, focus, do your work. And he get mad. Both of them get pulled out at least 5 times a day for a different group. They are labeled special ed. But when you see the kid, one of them in the after school program, if he got to do some work, he can't get it done. If you give him free time, oh, he's over there, he's animated, he's talking, he's using actually really good words that I didn't know he knew. He's creating things with his hands. Okay. And he's just having a gay old time over there with his best friend. So, and he got a little brother that's already a killer. White people, you all entitle your children from day one. Day one, they don't have to have any skill. They don't have to have any aptitude. But the same thing happens to a black kid. Got a little black kid in the same class. He's sitting there making puppet. Every time he say something, he make puppet fingers. He doesn't get that much help. I didn't know he rode the short bus until I was sitting in a certain area in the school, and he came walking up and got on the short bus. So that's the only accommodation they made for him. They made two. For the little black boy, he gets on the school bus, on the short bus, and they allow him to have his different tests and stuff he needs read to him on the computer. White people, y'all entitled. I'm sorry. So you don't want people to know that. That's why you're erasing social studies. Social studies is important. Very famous musician said this. You don't know where you're going
You know where you've been.
Until you know where you've been.
If you don't know your history, you're doomed to repeat it.
I was watching. Y'all don't never like us when we speak up. We always have to have some type of talent that makes you money in order for us to have anything we want, and then we still have to fight. I was watching, y'all go watch the documentary on Louis Armstrong.
Oh yeah, I've seen that before. Yeah, that was just crazy.
Go watch that. White people, y'all like to spin the story that he was in with the gangsters. You like to tell it that he was part of the gangster movement, like he was shoot 'em up, bang, bang.
He wasn't that at all.
He was in with the gangsters, but he was smart enough to go get the gangster that he knew was going to be with him and make him money to go against another gangster that was trying to hold him up.
Yep, exactly. Which was a lot of that in the 40s and 50s with musicians. So yeah.
So white people, you have been taking advantage of everything in your lives for all of your lives. And now you want to take everything back to a time where you can be mistreating people so that you can have the fat of the land.
Good luck with this new generation. You ain't gonna do that. Not physically.
The new generation is not paying attention.
No, I can't say all of them is not paying attention. I can't say that. I mean, there are some very talented and bright people in this generation that are great minds. We have them, and that just goes across the board. I'm not saying just black. I'm saying just the generation. It's some that has great brilliant minds, and then it's some that has, say la vie, it is what it is,
So yeah, I agree. I think the part I agree with how it needs to be changed.
I have a question. What is the definition of freedom and liberty in the United States?
There's no freedom in what?
I'm just asking.
Was that a trick question?
I'm just asking the question. I'm just asking the question. I'm asking for a friend.
Was that a trick question?
Yeah, it was a play on words. So, like, have you ever looked at the wording or actually sat and listened to the wording of the national anthem?
Yeah, my country, 'tis of thee. Sweet land of liberty.
Do you believe it's racist?
of thee I sing. Of course it is, because number one, it starts off being the English drinking song.
So the guy
I
who
can
wrote
agree that it is the place where my fathers died.
it, yeah, but yeah, that was true.
But how did they die?
By the hand of somebody else.
Land of the Pilgrims' Pride. Well, the Pilgrims was the ones that enslaved them when they got here, when my people
Right.
got here. Why do I honor them? I don't know why.
I don't like grew up real pilgrim,
From every
man.
mountainside, let freedom ring. But we still not free.
and never will be. You going into more bondages day by
Don't
day.
make me go through the rest of the verses because it just gets worse.
It does. The dude who wrote it, Francis Scott Key,
Yeah.
like was you writing this from a slaver's standpoint. He was a slaver. Like, are you crazy? So when people get mad and people don't stand for the national anthem, they have a reason not to. You know what I'm saying? They have a reason not to if you understand the wording and the lyrics of that melody.
I mean, let's go on to we make the children say the Pledge of Allegiance and they can't even spell allegiance or read it. We're reading a series of books where the author talks about the Pledge of Allegiance.
Like, subscribe, and follow. I know y'all got some comments that y'all want to put down there and disagree. Please, we're always up for a worded fight.
I said the children reading and they can't read, they cannot even sound out or read Pledge of Allegiance, but they do this every day. I said, you do this every day. What do you do in the morning during announcements? They say, we do the Pledge of Allegiance. I say, that's what they say right there, Pledge of Allegiance. Oh. I pledge allegiance.
Yeah.
To the flag.
I don't.
Why would I pledge allegiance to a flag?
Exactly. Like, are you crazy?
What the flag is an inanimate object.
Exactly. And that's why I say I wouldn't do that.
Like, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the not I pledge allegiance to the spirit of the flag or like
right.
But I pledge allegiance to the flag.
To the flag.
Of the United States of America and to the republic
for which it stands.
So the United States is a republic?
Yeah, when did that happen?
And to the republic for which it stands. One nation under God.
Wait. Stop at the one nation. It's several different nations in the country.
Because Texas run as its own joker day and night, 24/7.
Like one nation. No.
One nation under God with liberty.
Yeah, I went through that the other day. I was like,
justice. Somebody should have told George Floyd that.
Like,
somebody missed it. George Floyd didn't hear that part of the Pledge of Allegiance with liberty and justice
for ALL. Lies. The lies.
The lies you tell. Okay. Lies. Get us out of here. Come on, co-host, get us out of here. Take us out of here. Cause
this has been let me straighten up. This has been a public broadcast brought to you by Insane Rhetoric, the Adult Sesame Street for grown folks. We are here to tear down any ideologies that you have inspired in your mind to be true. So we want you to like, subscribe, and follow Insane Rhetoric. And just to enjoy the ride that is Insane Rhetoric. And we hope that we won't be canceled next week. So thank you for joining Insane Rhetoric on today. And we'll be back with you tomorrow. Thank you. Have a nice day. Fire out. How was my stand up?